Also this morning, Iran's supreme leader, in his first public statement since the ceasefire was declared in the 12-year war, had this to say.
لازم میدونم به ملت بزرگ ایران
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei claimed victory over Israel and that Iran delivered a heavy slap to the U.S. He says the U.S. failed to achieve anything significant by attacking Iran's nuclear facilities and accuses Donald Trump of, quote, an unusually exaggerated account of what really happened. It was the first public statement from the supreme leader since the U.S. airstrikes. Let's bring in CTV's military analyst and former commander of NATO forces in southern Afghanistan, Retired Major General David Fraser. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. So what do you make now of this new intelligence report that has been made available? Clearly, we've seen President Trump on the defense about this. He was furious yesterday about this leaked report, saying that it had been damaged but not obliterated. What do you make of now where we are?
Well, Marcy, I think what we're seeing is the president sent out his Secretary of Defense to try to defend the president's words. And the Secretary of Defense attacked the media in this emotional diatribe of detail that kind of changed the word obliterated to severely damaged, set back, but not quite what the president said. I thought the chairman who gave a briefing today was absolutely brilliant, low-key, very proud of what the men and women who attacked this, the planning, and gave us details about how this was executed, which was very, very helpful and useful, but at the same time did not, exaggerate the effects. But the Secretary of Defense was on a personal vendetta to go after the media.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth was clearly frustrated as well and angry towards the media for questioning what the U.S. military had done. So based on what you heard then this morning, have any questions in your mind been answered? Do we fully understand the extent of the damage?
In a word, no. The first reports are always inevitably wrong. But what they've said today was that, they've assessed, and they will continue to assess, a lot of damage was done. The program has been set back now by years, but nobody really knows because nobody's actually on the ground walking the facilities and seeing the damage. We don't know what's happened to the enriched uranium. Was it removed or is it destroyed? He was asked today, the Secretary of Defense, but nobody knows. So it is a significant success, but how much damage has it done is still to be assessed.
To be assessed. We also heard from the Supreme Leader today, basically bashing Donald Trump and saying, nothing was achieved here. Do you still, and I think I've asked you this question now 3 times this week, do you think still that there is room for diplomacy? Trump said yesterday that the two sides were going to be talking next week.
No, I do think that there is room for diplomacy. I think the Ayatollah has said exactly what he wanted and needed to say to his people, and he put the blame on Trump. I mean, that's at the highest level. But now that the leaders have said what they needed to say, I think now it's going to be the next level of leadership in all 3 countries to get to the table to say, okay, let's just talk about ending this because there's not much more we can do that we haven't already done. So yeah, I think the diplomacy is not going to start taking over.
Major General David Fraser, thank you again for being with us this morning. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita